but I thought the market was gonna go down. Where?
Now, you must be losing your minds at this point, right? How could we possibly keep going up? How could these stocks keep on tacking on more and more? Well, I'm going to explain it to you. Well, first of all, if you don't know the nickname for the stock market right now, it goes by the beautiful name of TINA, T-I-N-A. There is no alternative. The reason we're making money right now on all of our swing trades is every time we get into a trade, we think, will my money be better served in 200 shares of Skull Candy at 5? Will my money be better off in a few hundred shares of JSO than it would be in a bank? Will my money be better served in some of these stocks that haven't rallied yet than sitting in a bank, and I will just wait for them to move? Right now, this market basically has been rewarding everybody, and we are scraping the bottom of the barrel to find new trades, new ideas, and they keep on working. For instance, we're in WLT right now, DMND, The Fresh Market, TFM, Blue Nile, NILE, Yandex, YNDX, MCP. Why Skull Candy? Any one of these stocks, if you haven't watched, as soon as they stop going down, you get a 20% move, and then you get a 100% move on top of that. Absolutely stunning and absurd. The only way to make money in a bull market is to suspend your disbelief. I can't believe this is still going up. You just have to get involved. Press that button. Push that button. That's all it takes. You see a stock that's breaking out of a certain level, you get in. We've been waiting for WLT to get past 19 for weeks now. Bang, jump in. Next thing you know, it goes to 20. Skull Candy, been waiting for this thing to get past 5.25 for a while. Bang, looks like it's headed to 6. I mean, every stock we look at has been moving. Okay, so this is also known as the dash for trash. The signs that people have been looking for. When will this market top out? When will it even pull back? Do you realize for the last 3 weeks, we have not had a pullback that lasted more than an hour and a half? Check the charts. Crazy as it sounds, we have not had a pullback on the QQQ that's lasted more than an hour and a half for 3 weeks right now. We have not gone down on a Tuesday for the entire year, and we've been rallying like never before. And now they're starting to compare this to 1999. This is better. These are legitimate stocks. These are legitimate companies making their comebacks and going to where they have to go, which is right back to where they came from. So if you've got a stock that's languishing, just wait it out. You've got a 99% chance of eventually your stock, except if it's dry shits, DRYS, or Lucent, you've got a chance of a stock going up 100%. Which brings me to my point. Everybody wants to know, when's it going to come down? When's this market going to sell off? Well, you could probably bet it's not going to happen tomorrow, being Tuesday, but what you can bet on is that when dry shits, DRYS, starts to rally and gets to $3 or $4 and up 100%, you know there's nothing left for this market to do but go down, because that is officially the worst stock on the planet, next to Lucent. There's only a few left that haven't rallied. Look what JSO did. Look what all the Solars did today. All they need is a catalyst. But at the same time, these are stocks that are not supposed to be doing this. And when they start doing that, you know there's nothing left to go up. But here's another thing. Here's the reason the market can't go down. The stocks that I just mentioned, right? The stocks that I just mentioned are all pieces of garbage, right? But they continue to go up. So what I'm saying here is I have no idea what I'm saying. I just lost my train of thought. What were we talking about? JSO, WLT, what the hell are we talking about? I was going to make a very valid point. I don't know what it is right now. I can't even think about what it might be. So I will end the video right there. If I remember what I wanted to say, I will come back. Okay, no, what I really wanted to say was sector rotation. All the stocks that I just mentioned to you. Why are they going up right now? Because the money doesn't come out of the market, it finds a new place to go. Why do you think Google just went up to $908? Money came out of Apple, went into Google. So now Where did the money from gold and silver go into? Apparently it went into the solar industry. And you know what's going to happen next? The money's going to come out of something else, and it's going to go into the coal. I love coal. ANR, CNX. You're going to have to ship the coal. Come on. This is what's happening. We cannot go down. What I think is also, part of this conspiracy is, not only have I been completely batshit insane bullish since last June, and pretty much if you've been watching and listening to our broadcast, we have not strayed from the path one iota. I know that last week I had a huge amount of short cues, and I paid for it dearly, and I lost, a good 10% of what I made for the entire year in like 2 days. But looking at this market right now, what can you do but sit in awe? Now, here's my portfolio beginning in November. I started building a portfolio in November, and I thought maybe by the end of the year, I'd be having a good year. So I bought some GMCR. I bought some First Solar. I bought some Tesla. I bought some US Steel. I bought some WLT. I bought some AIG. And I had about $80,000 worth of stock, right? So that right now is close to 100%. I have doubled my account just by sitting in small lots of these stocks. And the stocks are all up huge. So what am I forced to do? I have to sell. I'm out of GMCR. I'm even out of First Solar right now. And again, it went up 5 more points. You gotta be kidding me. I'm out of the Google at 808. Remember that? It's up 110 since I sold. GMCR tacked on another 20. Tesla's tacked on basically 50 or 60 points. I used to have 500-600 shares of all these stocks, and now I was down to 50 shares. With Google, I had 1 share just for goof. But in a matter of a couple of days, I blew so much of that cash trying to guess when this market was going to go down. And it really wasn't a guess at the time, because we had some indication that this market was about to roll over. But by the end of the day, it catches a bid and rallies higher. So speaking of catching a bid, we saw silver today. Huge turnaround from the collapse overnight. Opened up, started gaining some strength, immediately went into the positive territory, and all you had to do was just load your boat with the silver, because that's what this market's doing. As soon as something stops going down, whether it be a commodity, a stock, it doesn't matter. As soon as they stop going down, you get a 10% move. It's absolutely stunning. So if you want to hear what we're doing next, and I want to dedicate a big how you fucking doing to Goldman Sachs, because if you're not aware, buy and sell recommendations coming out of analysts are for their benefit only. Their benefit only. Goldman Sachs had a client who was short 10 million shares of AMD at $3. He didn't want to cover at $3.50. He got very nervous at $4, but they're at $4.20, $4.30. He started shitting the bed. So he asked Goldman Sachs, can you do me a favor, please? I'm going to short another 10 million here and just put a sell recommendation on the stock so I can get out. That's what happened. Whether that's exactly the process, that's what happened. Goldman Sachs used their power to put a sell recommendation on AMD. They got the gap down they wanted. They got the sell-off that they wanted. They got their client who was taking a beat down on AMD out. He appreciates it. They got paid. They don't care about you. They care about that guy who's got their money in Goldman Sachs, and that's who they took care of. See how the AMD came all the way back? Do you think that's a coincidence that it only took about 48 hours for it to come all the way back after a sell recommendation? This is Goldman Sachs putting a sell recommendation on a stock. And what did it do? It went from 366 right back to 410 or 415. Please, if you're going to do one thing, don't ever listen to analysts. And that is my tidbit, and that is my tip of the day. But right now, like I said, try to find a stock that hasn't rallied. We have that ARUN on our screen right now because, hey, it went down big. What do you think? It's not going to come back? 9 out of 10 stocks, after they have a big fall, within 2 or 3 days, they're making 50% of that move back up. So ARUN, we're expecting this thing to be in the 14s tomorrow. WLT, hey, if WLT breaks 20, what's it going to do? Go up to 20.5? No, it's going to go up another 2.5, maybe 5 points. You know you're going to get 15, 20% out of that move. DMND, This thing breaks 1680, gets past 17, gets past 18, right to 22, right to 23. We also have Blue Nile, which is on the verge of a breakout. Another buck or so, this thing's going to take off 7 points. Yandex, the Russian Google, we all forgot about it. Stock finally made its turn. What do you think? It's just going to stop? No. Once they bottom out, take a look at the 52-week low, and then you double it. Most stocks have been working right according to this, which is the most absurd thing I've ever heard in my life. Just look at the 52-week low. Once the stock makes a turn, you can expect it to double off that low. It's insane. Take a look at some of these charts, and you'll see what I'm talking about. I'm not making this up, kids. But again, if tomorrow we actually have some weakness, which I doubt, because the trend is your friend, maybe, again, the generational low right now on the QQQ is today's low. What we've been doing on the QQQ is every low print of the day becomes our new area of when we could actually possibly start shorting the market in general. But for now, the new low on the QQQ is 73.89. If we don't break that tomorrow, onward and upward all the way to the March 2000 level of about 82.50. And once the QQQs get to 82.50, maybe we sell off. We're sticking to the 16,500 level on the Dow, and then once we hit that, possibly we get a pullback. But we believe this market's going to rally right through 2016. And right now, the way things look, this market could be at 28,000 by the end of 2020. Believe it. Believe it. This is the beginning of the game. Remember the innings? What inning of the market rally are we in? We just started the second inning of the doubleheader. So we got 7 more innings to go, and chances are we're going into extra innings. All right? How's that? Just keep buying whatever stops going down. Because when they stop going down, there's nowhere for them to go. MCP, WLT, US Steel. Look at these charts. You know where they're going.